You realize that that guy isn't creepy. You're just not physically attracted to him.
Welcome to another episode of I Told You So. Viewer discretion is advised.
I know, you thought you were less shallow than that, and it's okay because you're not. I'm not judging you, okay? I am a lot of the times more pleasant when I am physically attracted to someone. Like if a guy who's attractive to me is looking at me, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's looking at me. But when a guy that I don't find attractive looks at me, I'm like, oh my gosh, who's gonna call the police?
By the power invested in me, I pronounce women that think like this diabolical. However, there is a part that we must take appreciation to, and it's the fact that they are admitting that they are like this. Because this is something men have been saying for quite some time. If you are attractive enough, you can get away with here. Nothing ever is actually what it is until they deem you attractive or unattractive. So, for example, if she says you SA'd her or you harassed her, it depends on your level of attraction. If she's very, very attracted to you, there's a good chance she's not going to say anything about it. But if she's not attracted to you, you're going to jail. They move the goalposts depending on how attracted they are to you, which is insane to say the least. Because if you ask me, any offense should be taken seriously, no matter how attractive or unattractive this person is. But I'm happy these videos are coming out because it's proving the things that men have been saying for X amount of years at this point. This is exactly why we shouldn't believe all women. This is exactly why we shouldn't believe all victims until we get the full story. Because I'm sure at some point, that person lacked some details that implicated them in their own demise. And a lot of the time, those details are that they pick and choose when they want to be victims to a situation.
Like, okay, should I do it? I know, you thought you were more evolved, and you're not. Because pretty privilege is a thing, and it runs both ways. And it's okay, just enjoy it.
Now, this is a part of the video I can actually agree with. Pretty privilege is a real thing, and I think those people have the right to exercise it. However, it only becomes an issue when they start to abuse it. But I wholeheartedly disagree with the fact that based on how this person looks will determine if they're actually harassing you. Or if they're even being weird in any way, shape, or form, because what that does is it makes it really difficult for us to identify who's actually been offended or harmed in a real way. Saying someone harassed you simply because you're not attracted to them, not because they actually did anything to you, is a horrible way to go about things. That's no different from the boy who cried wolf. So that kind of behavior is going to breed people to be very desensitized to these moments because time and time again, a lot of these stories are coming out and come to find out you were never harassed in any way, shape, or form. You just don't like the person because of the way that they look, and that's a fucked up way to go about things. But you know what? A lot of y'all are not going to want to hear what I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
No one wants your man. No one wants your man. We promise you are safe. And there are some women who are saying, no, you can't borrow my husband because why would you want to? Social media has made you all very paranoid, and it's made you all very self-centered. No one wants your man. I promise you, your man is safe. It's okay. She just wants someone to help put the TV up for her. Now, if you're one of the men saying, no, you can't borrow me, you're just as self-centered. You're just as selfish, and you also are not contributing to community either. My friends matter to me. I love them. I care about them. And so I want to help them when I can. Now, I am not like my husband. My husband is 6 foot. My husband is tall. My husband is strong. I am not. So if my friends need help moving something that's hundreds of pounds, I'm not going to be of value. I'm not going to be of use. My husband will, though. And because I care about my friends, my husband should care about my friends, too. My husband should be willing to help and offer because he cares about me and because I care about them. That is a package deal when you are extensions of one another.
For any of you guys that saw the "Can I borrow your husband" video, you guys know that this woman was like bent over asking like, can we normalize borrowing your husband? Because of that, to me, I don't think that you can utilize the comments as some sort of proof of any kind of analyzation of anything. The reason why men are having a problem with this video is that they are once again feeling like they are only valued for what they can do for you and your friends. He is only valued for putting up a TV or doing other manly things around the house. But what really stinks is that a lot of men end up going through them not being asked directly or them not even having the opportunity to volunteer for it. They are just told to do it. They are expected to do it, which ends up cutting right through the thing that is most important to men, which is appreciation. Because guess what? If he feels like you expect it, he is never going to feel appreciated. It is not that they're self-centered, it's that your approach is terrible and you need to work on it.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong in this situation.
If they start their statement like that, 9 times out of 10, they're wrong. Viewer discretion is advised.
Me and my boy, we had a debate about this situation that I went through because my boy feel like I'm being prideful, and I feel like it was self-respect. I was talking to this guy. The communication was good at first. Then after a few days, he started being very inconsistent. Like, hit me up in the morning, disappear for the rest of the day, hit me up in the morning again, whatever. So I just got tired of it. And one day he hits me up, I reply back to him, he asks me a question, and I just never reply back to him.
Red flag number one. Now, I haven't heard the whole story. However, just from that part there, it seems to me that you only did not reply back to him because he's been inconsistent. Now, we don't know the reasons for him being inconsistent. However, you adding more fuel to the fire isn't helping the situation.
The next day, he felt the need to hit me up again and say, oh, hey, good morning, by the way, just letting you know, you never replied back to me. In that scenario, I didn't say nothing back to him. Like, I didn't say like, oh, well, I did that because you did that. It's because when I'm first talking to somebody, I like to play dumb because I want to see if you're serious about it.
Well then, my assumption was correct. You said it yourself, you like to play games. And the games you like to play is you let somebody text you, you don't text back on purpose just to see if they're going to double text you to see if they're serious about you or not, which is very childish if you ask me.
Right? So instead, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I replied back to you. He was like, no, but it's fine. And then he asked me another question, but I was at work. So I wasn't able to respond back to him right away. So he texted me again, like, oh, but what you're doing? So I told him, I'm at work. Disappears. Then the next day, he hits me up like, oh, hey, good morning. What are you doing after work? I ghost him. I never replied back to him.
Okay, so this is your third offense. You still with the ghosting and not replying back to him for what? What are you trying to accomplish here? And not only are you ghosting him, you're also being disingenuous by saying that, oh, I thought I'll text you back, knowing that you did not text him back on purpose. Why are you like this? I thought the premise was to talk to this man. If you don't want to talk to him anymore, stop replying entirely. What's the point of this? You engage in conversation with him, the conversation starts to gain momentum, and you just stop because you're trying to prove what exactly?
And then my boy was like, oh, you see, but that was your opportunity to tell him, like, oh, hey, if you want to continue to speak to me, you should, I want somebody who's going to be consistent and plan dates. Like, I'm not like your last minute thought. And I was like, no, I'm not going to say that to a person that I never met before. I'm not going to go that extra because I feel like I'm doing too much. I feel like if you really liked me from the beginning, you would have been consistent and you would have been planned a date.
Okay, if that is your logic, based on your logic, that means that man does not like you. Why are you still texting back? Why are you even doing the antics that you are doing right now? It doesn't make sense.
Like, me telling you to do that to a person that I never met in life, it's kind of like, I feel like I look desperate. And I feel like I'm doing too much. And he was like, oh, no, you see, that's the pride in you. Sometimes you have to let people know about themselves so they could fix that. If you can't get it right, you can't get that simple part right in the beginning, I could just only imagine how it's going to be the rest of the relationship. So for that, I just rather not talk to you. Like, am I wrong for that?
Let me be the first to say I am so happy that both of y'all are not talking anymore. Because if we're being completely honest, neither one of y'all are ready for a relationship. You still playing childish games. He can't be consistent with you. At this point, it's pointless. And for the record, everything your homeboy said was correct. But you know what? You ain't gonna listen to me. I'm just a normal guy.
So Shorty went on a date and she found out the hard way.
I was on a date with this guy the other week, and on the date, he made me pay for every other drink that we got that night. Not just my drink, his included. And if I'm on a date and I have to pull out my card, I'll pull out my card. Boo boo, I will pay. But just know there will not be a second date, okay? So I basically expressed to him, I was like, look, I've never had to pay for anything ever on a first date. Drinks, food, whatever. I feel like the man always takes care of it, and that's kind of just what I expect. To me, it's just the chivalrous thing to do. I think if you are a man, you will take care of the woman on the first date. And when I told him this, he verbatim replied, you're not my bitch. Why would I pay for you? And then followed that up with, sounds like you need to get your money up. What? Like, going celibate, abstinent, whatever. I need like a lobotomy after that. What is going on?
The first thing I got to say is whoever homeboy is, he is not from Arizona, Phoenix, wherever she's at. Right off the bat, she seems insufferable, entitled as hell. And then on a first date, you know, telling someone, yeah, you know, the dude's supposed to pay for everything. Like, you coming off mad ill. And once you start seeing those super red flags, granted, those are her preferences, but now it's my preference to be like, all right, bet you could pay for the rest of the drinks or whatever the case may be. Because if I see this date going nowhere, you know, I'm gonna wrap up whatever I had. So as far as paying for a date, my rule is if I ask you, I'll pay. And yeah, I think, you know, a dude is supposed to pay for dates, but at the same time, after so many dates, you can see where this is going, especially if the chick never offers to pay at all. I've been on dates where I've gone a few rounds and shorty's like, hey, no, I'll take the third round. A dude hears that, ooh, it's a whole different ball game. You know, appreciation goes a long way, especially to a dude. This chick right here just doesn't seem like that type. She does seem a little insufferable, and she's obviously single with these same chivalrous thoughts or whatever. It hasn't done nothing for her, and whoever was with her thought she wasn't worth it. So now the homie is way ahead of the game, you know, telling her, you're not my. He not wrong. You not. There's levels. When you become my shorty, there's perks that come with that. And obviously into marriage, there's more perks that come with that. Yeah, man, she learned the hard way. That attitude sucks. But in all, homie told you, get your money up.
Modern women really have to learn to understand that the way they see things a lot of times is completely jacked up. The way that they vocalize, the way they behave in the dating market is completely jacked up. Completely jacked up. And when a man tries to tell you about it, automatically, and maybe this is something that the system is doing, and the system is pointed directly and completely against men, but men have been saying what a lot of these women continue to say. Well, if he's attractive, then whatever he says to me is pretty much okay. Now, if he goes out there and starts talking, the man's going to have to go berserk for her to be like, whoa, he was hot, but absolutely not. Some of these women talk to men in jail, but that's because they're not really a threat. It's the mystery of him being a bad guy. This man cannot touch me. That's why some of them be doing that. But these modern women out here, they know that this guy, if you say something awkward and weird, it's okay because he's cute. That's mysterious to me. Like I said, unless he says something totally crazy and out of line, then we have a problem. But you're admitting to us what is pretty much happening. A man comes up to you, you don't like him, and then you call him creepy, which is why you're not getting approached.
When a woman is truly in love with you, she adjusts to you. Her tone will soften, her attitude will shift, and her behavior self-corrects because she cares. When she's not in love, she challenges everything. Every request you have becomes an argument. Every concern you have becomes, oh, that is just your insecurity. And every flaw that she displays gets defended as what? Oh, this is just who I am. No, those lines do not mean confidence. It means indifference. Love does not demand acceptance of disrespect. Hear that again. Love does not demand acceptance of disrespect. Love creates awareness. It creates restraint, and it also creates effort. Women also change for desire, and desire cannot be negotiated, argued, or begged for. A woman who values you does not need ultimatums. She notices what hurts you and fixes it on her own. A woman who doesn't value you will tell you just to deal with it or suck it up. Pay close attention to accountability. If she refuses it, deflects it, or turns every conversation into a power struggle, she's already halfway out the door. This is not about men versus women. This is basic human behavior. People improve for what they fear losing, not what they feel entitled to. So if you are constantly explaining yourself, lowering your standards, or swallowing the disrespect just to keep the peace, understand this clearly. Peace without respect is just a slow, eroding abandonment. So put your foot down and put her in her place when you need to.
I'm not wrong for thinking this chick is crazy being married, right?
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
I'm Jazz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Dior.
you.
Where you from?
I'm from Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
What part? Houston?
Hell no.
Hell no. You said hell no. You don't like Houston?
I'm just not from Houston.
Nah. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You live out here?
Huh?
You live out here?
No, with my sister.
You have Instagram I can get?
I can't. My
Why?
husband will whoop my ass. I'm married.
You got a husband?
I'm married.
Where your ring at?
Huh?
Where your ring
I
at?
took it off. I don't need to wear it.
You took it off.
I took it off.
Why you took your ring
I'm
off?
on vacation. Why do I need to wear a ring on vacation?
Yo, there's no way you gonna tell me this is a good wife right here. Not only is she entertaining dude, but she shook his hand, giving him the time of day. Like, for me, real wives don't play that, bro. They like leave people on red in person. They straight up ignore them, and if it gets to that point, yo, leave me alone before I scream or I'm married, leave me alone. Like, they just walk away from the situation. They don't entertain at all. This chick telling them where she lives, all this she entertaining them, and then he asked for her IG, and she's like, nah, my husband will whoop my. I mean, if your husband FaceTimes you and find out you're not wearing your ring, he's not gonna whoop you. Cause that's the next thing. He was like, yo, you not wearing no ring? She's like, nah, man, I'm on vacation. I took it off. Like, I'm not gonna wear my ring on vacation. Like, you're not gonna represent that you married on vacation? Like, nah, when I'm on vacation, I'm not married no more. Like, this is the type of chick this is. Like, maybe he wasn't that dude, but guaranteed if the right dude came along, her type of dude that looked the way she wanted to look and be how she wanted to be, oh yeah, she not married. Nah, we good. I'm on vacation. I could do what I want. Then I go back home to my husband. These are the chicks you gotta watch out for. I can't believe she's even married. Her husband must not be that kind of dude with good discernment. Hell no. Like you said, oh, you look good. That's it. Good time, not a long time. You do not marry good time, but not a long time. This is just a fact. You leave them chicks in the streets, bro.
You ever notice when a man has a beautiful, gorgeous woman on his arm, suddenly all the other women start paying a lot of attention to him, right? And now he's out there thinking he's turned into some sort of Greek god. And no, she's dating for personality this time. Poor guys like, everybody's checking me out. I'm so hot. No, sweetie, sit down. They don't want you. I hate to break it to you. They want to compete with her. Because listen, women are natural strategists. When we see a man with a confident, gorgeous woman on his arm, part of us goes like, what's so special about that guy? Is he loaded? Like, why did she choose him? What is he, right? And that's not attraction. It is curiosity mixed with a little competition. Because half the time, when another woman is flirting with a man, knowing that he's full-blown taken, she's not even really into him. She is just testing that woman. She wants to see if she can take what another woman has, just to prove that she simply could, okay? Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande. Okay. It's not about love or even attraction at all. It's purely about ego. But the problem is that most of these men, they misread that. And then all of a sudden they think that they're so irresistible that they've unlocked some sort of God mode and they can have whatever woman that they want, right? No, honey, she just wanted to hold the trophy somebody else had for validation. Now, here's where guys fumble. They really start believing the hype. They start chasing the illusion of something bigger and better out there, and they end up losing the real woman that they had, the one who actually made them glow up in the first place. So here's a little reminder for the men. When another woman's flirting with you, knowing that you're in a relationship, they're not chasing you, honey. They are challenging her. And the second that you forget that, you're gonna lose both of them. So yeah, hot, you're super hot. But she's the reason that that woman noticed you in the first place.
They're doing both. They're chasing the guy and they're trying to be in this competition with the woman he's with.
Listen, ladies, my best advice in 2026 is stop choosing men that haven't first chosen you. Stop picking men that haven't picked you. Stop making that man a priority when you know in your heart you are just an option. Stop being a man's girlfriend when he is not your boyfriend. The first thing you need to do is stop wasting your time on these she who finds a husband as men. These men that constantly ask, what do you bring to the table? Well, they ain't even got a table for you to bring anything to. This man ain't providing structure, clarity. This man is not claiming you. The first way to identify if a man is actually right for you is to see if he can lead in the simple spaces like communication. Do he reach out first? Does he ask you on a date first? Does he come with a plan? Is he intentional with his questions? If you are leading in those spaces, baby girl, that man ain't right for you. Whatever you do, don't overpour into a man that ain't pouring back into you. Don't overgive to a man that's only taken from you. Do not believe in his potential more than his present is showing you. I guess what I'm saying is you are not Barbara the Builder. You are a queen. You are not a track runner. You are not supposed to be racing for a man's heart. And here's the thing. Some of y'all fall for those men that think they the prize. No, baby girl, you are. You are to be earned and pursued. Because guess what? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. You are the good thing that a quality man is looking for. And the first way to determine whether or not this man is your man is if he is willing to earn you.
I can only date my age mates if he is highly accomplished in life. I can't date a man who is a regular Joe Schmo who is doing the same thing I'm doing. I absolutely refuse, and I don't have the mental capacity for that, because 9 times out of 10, they are going to be pulling me back, whether it's emotionally or mentally, and I don't have the time for that.
You're equal?
I've done too much work internally in order for me to be brought back. But also, let me even say, just because a man is older does not mean he is going to be better. If he is older than you but still has not accomplished a lot in life, you might as well date somebody that's younger than you. Trust me. But bottom line is I need a man that I can admire. I need a man that is above me in some type of way, who can lead me in some type of way. Financially, you must be seasoned. That's a given. But everything else, I need you to have something that I can learn from, have something that I can be like, oh, I wish I love this about him. Because if we're both trying to figure out, oh, life, babe, please, I don't like stress. I don't like stress. And when a man is trying to figure things out, he is not a pleasure to be around. I think we all know that as well.
But you're also trying to figure things out, because if you're both on the same level, it means that you're not as successful then, right, as the guy that you're looking for. So you're still trying to figure it out, like you're still not there. So what makes you think that a successful man is supposed to put up with your but a guy who's on your level, you can't put up with him? Like, it's like, bro, oh my God, I can't. These women, they don't really think. They want somebody who can put up with their stress, their baggage, their this, their that, all their problems, but they're not willing to do the same for somebody else. Man, I feel really bad for y'all. It's really tough out there.
You know, a lot of these people are saying stuff and they really don't know what the heck they're talking about, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sure that Ace Metaphor, whatever his name is he's a nice guy. A nice guy. But he's talking to a specific demographic of women who, if you look at what happens at the show, his shows, these women are out of line. These women are out of line. They don't need to be looking for a man. They need to be looking for a shirt. They need to be looking for a blouse, an appropriate, moderate shirt or blouse. Some of these women come up to your show with their breasts all out. And I'm not talking about, oh, you know, it's just kind of hanging over the shirt. I'm talking about they come up there with a coat on and they have no shirt on underneath it. Happens. Okay. Whatever. You know, you gotta, maybe you wear a hoodie up there with no shirt on. It gets hot. Okay. That is a fashion. That could be a shirt in and of itself. What are you tripping on? I'm tripping on the fact that you come up here to make a fashion statement with a jacket, a denim jacket that is open. You can see the chest. And the only thing hiding, revealing the rest of her chest is tape. It's tape. That's why she can't find a man. It's because she's showing literally her chest and her behind. And then she's talking about stupid things like, well, you know, this man scrubbed my behind when I was going through it. I had surgery probably 2 to 3 times back to back. And he scrubbed my behind and took care of me that whole time. Is it time to move on from him? Should I go try to find somebody else? No, stupid. You already have your person. He was wiping your behind in the hospital a couple of weeks ago. Do you not remember that? What are you talking about?
You on your purpose, a message like this just hits different.
You know you're growing as a man when you realize girls don't excite you no more. And not in a way to where it's like you're not attracted to them, but to the point where it's like you're lusting or you're just looking at their body or you're thinking of the next body you're getting. Like, once you are not interested in that anymore, you realize you've grown. Like, I'll hear certain conversation like, my hunch fat, or like, I'm trying to get in now, or I'm trying to it's like, nah, bro. It's like, I'm so past that now. And it's crazy because I used to be that person to really be interested in that, to really be like, you know, interested in just cracking all the joints I can and just filling that void that was never going to get filled. And now I'm just at a point where it's like, I don't really care. If it's not something I'm actually building, like, what are we talking about? Like, I could be making money right now. I could be having ideas. I could be working right now. Like, that's where my brain is currently. I'm trying to build an empire. Like, certain things just don't
big facts
get me going anymore, and that's just one of them.
Yo, this is big facts. Like, as someone that's on his purpose, on his journey, I'm trying to build that empire, and I'm literally working like 10-hour days, 7 days straight. And this is just me personally, but when it comes to women, especially the state of dating and all that, you don't even think about it. like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chance of you finding someone that's dope, they're out there, but it's just not worth your time. You're better off just building what you got to build and getting yourself right, getting your family right, doing what you got to do. Once your empire is built, we already know how this thing go. You know what I'm saying? Most shorties wait at the finish line. So for you, once your empire is built and you're established and where you want to be, you have your pick of the litter as a man. You get to pick who you want. All the options will be up to you. And then you can run game because you can provide a lifestyle that a lot of people can't provide once you got your empire. Exactly like he said too, it doesn't even excite me no more, like, or anything. Like, when you're on your purpose, you're not excited by the chase. There's no chase. There was always pursuit, but nowadays dating is at its worst and it's not worth it. It's all about, if I'm not getting money or if it's not helping me build or doing what I gotta do, I don't even want it. You know, same could be said about your circle that maybe you had of friends that just are doing that you don't want to do no more. Like, if it ain't making me bread or serving me the right way, that gotta go.
He asked me if I knew what love was, and I was like, yeah, or like what I was looking for, and I told him what I was looking for, and then he's like, well, if that's what you're looking for, like, why don't you marry one of your friends? Like, you get that from your friends. Because I was like, I want someone to like have fun with and go on adventures with, and someone that just like I can just like have fun with. And he was like, do you have a friend, like a guy friend like that? And I was like, yeah, my friend Aaron, like I have a lot of fun with him. And he's like, well, then why don't you marry Aaron? And I was like, because Aaron's my friend. And he said, but you said you were looking for someone to have fun with. And he said, I don't know, it was just interesting. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for someone that wants the same things as me. I don't know. I feel like with love, you can't really predict it. So maybe I should stop trying to predict it. Like, maybe I'll know when you know. But then I said that. I was like, maybe I'll know when I meet the person. And he's like, no, that's not it either. Because you can't package who you are in like a little 2-hour meeting. Like, and you know, and then he said, like, when you're in your 20s, like everything's new and fresh. And then now it's like, I don't know, it's just, dating does get more complicated with time. I think the chances of finding like a compatible partner increase, but also like it's so different. I feel like when you're in your 20s, you're so impressionable and like anything will go and you'll just, whoever's like cute and like there's not that much history, versus now you meet a 40-year-old man. He's had a full life, like many phases of it. Like, this guy was like telling me like he works at Amazon, but he's also had like 3 startups and like lived, and I'm just like, oh, like you've had a whole life, and so have I.
Lady, just date your friend. I mean, it really is that simple. Just date your friend. You have a good guy. He's right there. He's in your friend zone. Date him. The man gave you a great solution, but you don't want to accept it. You just want to keep rambling and talking about nothing. Date your friend and shut the hell up. That's what you need to do. Stop all this yapping and go date your friend. Now, unfortunately for the friend, his life is going to be ruined, but that is your best option. Go date him. Talk to him till his eardrums bleed, but please get off the internet with all this babble. You have your solution. Go handle it. What is the problem? Be like Nike and just go do it. Stop talking to us about it. I don't know what you're waiting on. Maybe you're thinking that mystery man is gonna pop up out of nowhere. Go date your friend. It's probably not gonna get much better than him, okay? I have to be honest with you, but it's probably not gonna get much better than that guy. Go date him, ride off into the sunset, and there you go. Lady, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to help you out. Go date your friend, give that a shot, and that's probably gonna solve all your problems. And I just want to say to all the guys listening to this video, I'm sorry for putting your ears through that torture, but if I gotta listen to it, you gotta listen to it too. We're all in this together, all right? Anyway, leave your thoughts on the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next.
These are the surefire ways that you are going to find or at least align with the man that you want in 2026. I need y'all to listen and pay attention, because if you execute what I'm about to tell you correctly, I guarantee it. For those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for a decade. Number 1, if you do not have a hobby, go and get one. Okay, I don't care what it is. Go learn how to knit. Go do some pottery or candle making. Baby, go learn how to bungee jump. I don't care. Find you something that interests you. This has nothing to do with going places where you're going to meet men. This has everything to do with learning yourself and doing things that you enjoy. Number 2, you're going to go sign up for the gym if you already have not. It does not have to be strength training. It could be Pilates. It can be Zumba. It could be Tai Bo. I don't give a shit. But you need to get involved in a physical activity that you have to pay for and leave your house to do. Number 3, you're going to get up, put on some clothes, all them clothes you've been saving for whatever day, special occasion, put them on, okay? Do up your hair. If you want to do makeup, whatever, look good, and go on solo dates. And again, you're not going to places where you think you will meet men. You're going to places where you will enjoy. That's to dinner, if that's to a concert, that's to a show, that's to whatever. I don't care. You can go to the moon if you can find a way. You need to learn how to be happy and content in your own company, in any environment or in any setting. Number 4, you are going to get your finances in order, or if they're already in order, you are going to build upon your portfolio. Number 5, you're going to get off on them dating apps. And it's not because I particularly see a problem with dating apps. I think dating apps are just fine. I think it's actually a good way to meet people. The reason that a lot of y'all have issues with dating apps is because you don't have proper discernment, but that's a whole nother video. But the reason why I'm telling you to get off of the dating apps is because I need you to get rid of this illusion of options. And last but not least, you're going to decenter the idea of finding a partner. You're like, Nicole, well, how does that make sense? You just gave us a whole list on how to find a man. No, I gave you a list on how to align with the type of man that you want to be with. But to be with the right man, you have to be right for yourself first. And a lot of y'all are not. Get this burning desire, this burning desperation for a man out of your spirit. This does not mean that you don't still have the desire for partnership, the desire for marriage. Of course you do. This can still be a goal of yours. This can still be very important to you, but you are not going to make it your identity. Now, if you need help with this execution, type coaching in the comments section so I can send you a link on how we can work together so I can help you achieve this goal of yours. Stay safe.
As a man,
All aboard. Welcome to the Japanese Express train to some view discretion is advised.
why would you say the word no? That is a very feminine word, especially when you use it with a woman. It is not nice, and we need you to tap into your masculinity. Show us that you can still get it done. Say, not right now, maybe later. But just no?
You know, one thing I can bet on, and I'm truly happy that this is a thing, is I'm really happy that this isn't all women. By the grace of God. I'm so happy that it isn't. Because if it was, I don't know what we would be able to do. The new narrative is that the word no is inherently feminine. And a man shouldn't have that in his vocabulary with women or his woman. Although I would argue that is probably one of the most important words you should have in your vocabulary. This woman thinks otherwise. And the reason you should have it in your vocabulary is because as a man, you need to know when and where to draw the line in the sand. For example, I'll tell you a quick story. I know a guy that had an apartment with his girlfriend. Everything was going good. And then they had a conversation one day. They sat down and said, okay, we need to save more money. We've been having too much ill-advised spending and we got to, buckle down a little bit. She said, okay, cool. Here's what we're going to cut back. We're going to cut back on going out to eat. We're going to cut back on unnecessary expenses like certain streaming platforms, so on and so forth. And so in turn, when you cut back on things like DoorDash or going out to eat, you have to now make your own home-cooked meals. So one day they set out to go to the grocery store. They buy a whole bunch of groceries. They get home and his girlfriend looks at him and says, you know what, babe? I really would like some Wingstop. In that moment, he was supposed to tell her no. It's supposed to be a hard no. But reluctantly, he told her yes. Now, what do you think that taught that woman? Not a goddamn thing. All she knows now is even if I'm not supposed to have something, I still can, even if it's a detriment to my relationship. Now, that is just one of many reasons why you should be able to tell your girl no, and she should be able to sit comfortably with you telling her no, with complete confidence that you are not telling her no out of malicious intent or bad faith. She should know that, okay, he's telling me no because there is a bigger picture that I may or may not be seeing at the moment. Not being able to say no in your relationship is a bitch because now you have to jump at every ill-advised thought or idea or desire that she wants. And we all can agree that is not a healthy way to move in a relationship. Fellas, please don't allow them to trick you into believing that saying no is feminine. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. They are using manipulation tactics and challenging your masculinity in order to get what they want. Stand on what you believe in, stand on what you've built within the relationship, and that's how you move forward. Don't allow these simple-minded breezes to trick you off your square, man. It's bigger than rap. But you know what? I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it changing.
So I was just listening to, what Nicole was saying. And essentially, I understand what you're talking about. But these modern women, you're essentially trying to make them into something that they're not, is what it is. Like, how have we talked about? I understand you wanting to find a man. Most of these women are going to want a rich man. And so they're going to probably do activities and be like, well, I need to grow my value. I'm not valuable enough. No, you are valuable enough. You just don't like where your value puts you. You just don't like the fact that in order to reach your fullest potential, you're going to have to work. That's the problem that modern women keep on running into. Your value is just fine. Your looks are just fine. But in order to get to the life that you're wanting to get to, you're going to have to work for it. Well, Pawpaw paid all the bills. Grandma did this. Yes, but Grandpa had to work. Pawpaw had to work. That's 40 to 50 years. What he looks like now except for maybe in like a few different circumstances, what they look like now, Pawpaw had to work for that. That didn't just come overnight. He spent the last 30, 40, 50 years working for that. And now in his old age, when they have grandkids, oh, let's take them to McDonald's. You want some McDonald's money? That's a big thing back then. You know, my grandma, I'm gonna give y'all some McDonald's. Every grandkid got McDonald's money. It wasn't really enough to get anything. I mean, you can probably get a Happy Meal, but that's really all you needed as a kid. That's how they got to where they got. Oh, you know, grandpa and grandma are coming down and they take the kids and they spoil them. We're going to Cracker Barrel for breakfast. Pawpaw, can I have this? Buying the kid, spoiling the kid. Hey, Dad, stop doing that. They gonna think they deserve it until the next time it's gonna be a problem with me. They don't care. Your parents don't care nothing about that. They care about spoiling that grandbaby and doing whatever that grandbaby say. The first time the grandbaby fall over and hurt, they, oh man, you gotta take them to the hospital. They hurt. Oh, you gotta cuddle them. You gotta be gentle. Was you gentle with me? No. Go ahead and get that baby a spanking. That's how they are. But it took them 40 to 50 years to get there. You are not there. You want to be there, but you don't want to work. You want to get on a fast track. You want to do everything quickly. That's not going to work. These modern women need more than coaching. They need discipline and self-control. They need longevity.
I need at minimum 6 figures.
Oh.
So minimum 100K in Mobile, Alabama. That's like a millionaire, right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
6 figures. So if he made 75K, you couldn't mess with him.
No. I provide a pretty luxurious lifestyle for myself and my child.
So what?
Anybody coming in matching or below me, it's just not gonna work.
And she's a principal of school, by the way. She's teaching the youth. Meanwhile, these perennial modern women cannot even fathom that making $75,000 a year in Mobile, Alabama still gives a person a lot of disposable income. If he's just not willy-nilly spending or spending all this luxurious stuff, he still has a lot of disposable income. So if you can combine your 100 and his 75, you have $175,000 and even more disposable income. But these bad wigged assassins live by what's mine is mine and what's his is mine. So they cannot fathom a lower income from a man, because how else is she going to afford the Walmart wig?
Can you explain to me why you don't want a man with a child?
I feel like that will come with too much drama.
So you wouldn't date yourself?
No.
How does it make sense to ask a man to accept something that
you would not accept yourself?
It's just what I want. I mean, I don't have no other answer for you.
No, you're a principal. You
This is scary.
You don't get to a principal about being educated.
Right.
That's a simple, basic answer. I want you to use your thought process right
Please,
now.
deduction,
And really answer this.
reasoning,
I'm not going to glide over this because you're
rationale.
You don't become a principal without being intelligent.
Come on.
4 years ago, you didn't have with him, but you had with somebody else because you said your celibacy just began 2 years ago. So
Right.
as you were seeing him, you were sleeping with somebody else?
Go ahead, Kendra.
It's called dating. We weren't in a relationship.
Yeah, because you didn't like him. This is what it comes down to. So the man that he was, I don't know what he lacked, but he made 6 figures, right? You're telling you,
Right.
I'm going for what you told me.
I thought you was
And-
going down the list. Okay.
No, he made 6 figures. You're saying yes, and he had no
Correct.
kids.
Correct.
And while he was dating you for a year and a half, you were sleeping with another person.
Yes.
Get it, Kendra.
So the person you were sleeping with, did he not make 6 figures?
That's irrelevant.
No, it what?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. But she was a liar.
That doesn't make 6 figures. You will have
It's called
you will have a
dating.
baby by a man who doesn't make 6 figures.
Kendra Samuels.
Now you got these other requirements of a man that you've never met. So that guy must have didn't make 6 figures that you were sleeping with while the 6-figure guy was dating.
Dog, accountability is kryptonite to these women. They can't stand the smell of their own. Shout out to Kendra for holding her feet to the fire. I don't think that I've ever seen Kendra hold a woman feet to the fire this much.
I need to know what goes on in men's brains because we needed soy sauce and my husband was like, oh, let me order some. What is this? We are 2 people. This is a gallon of soy sauce.
I'm gonna tell you a little secret about men if you want the man in your life to help you out. When that man helps you out, do not complain about it, because here he is. You needed soy sauce and he got the soy sauce. It is a huge mistake to complain about how he got it and what exactly he got. As long as it was soy sauce, it is what you asked for. He solved the problem. But look, for the sake of argument, let's dive into it for a second. These are 3 reasons why he ended up getting that soy sauce. Number 1, when you're ordering groceries online or you're on Amazon, you may not realize how much product it really is because it's just a little tiny picture of it. 2, it's a cost savings. It's less money per ounce. You should appreciate your thrifty man. And 3, he doesn't have the opportunity cost next time of having to buy more soy sauce. Like, you guys are set, and that soy sauce, it does not expire. That stuff stays good forever. There are so many women out there that would actually appreciate this effort. They're even entering the comments, which is hilarious because they're asking if this woman wants to divorce her husband, that they will take him.
Well, who's supposed to pay for the date that you asked her on, Marvin? This is what I mean when I say that a lot of men nowadays obtain no value for themselves or offer nothing to you other than a little bit of money that they claim to have. What I mean is the type of significance men like this put on paying for a dinner or a drink is so embarrassing. As if men have not been paying for everything since the beginning of time. But all of a sudden, taking you out for dinner is such a big deal for them that you have to contort to their needs. Like he really wanted us to be so impressed by the bare minimum. Oh my God! No! Like, how dare you as a woman ask a man to meet halfway between where he lives and where you live? The audacity of her. You must meet at his neighborhood because he's paying for the date. And then when these types of men are so single in their mid-40s, they want to blame women as to why they can't somehow keep a woman for a couple of weeks before they disappear on them. It's because of attitudes and mindsets like this. Him leaving her on red did her such a favor. God truly has her back. I think this man said he has a course or something. Like, he's teaching men. What are you teaching? How to be insufferable?
The only thing insufferable is y'all voice. I gotta remind y'all I'm paying because y'all love to mention men provide. And so I'll tell y'all we providing. So yes, you gotta meet me at the spot. I don't gotta meet no woman halfway for nothing. If I as a man gotta provide, that woman gotta get with my program. That's just is what it is. And no mid-pack that's hopping on TikTok yelling is gonna make me change my ways. I left her on red. What you gonna do about it? Be mad? You gotta stay like that. Just like she probably sick too. It is what it is. This is 2025. We moving on a different level. As men, if we have to carry so much weight in a relationship, of course, as a woman, she should be alleviating my day-to-day. If I got to go ahead and meet a woman halfway, unfortunately for me, that's not what my program. Another guy, whoop-de-doo. But me, you got to go, sweetheart. It is what it is. Welcome to Trust Fund Baddies Only.
So now they're saying taking leftovers back home on a first date is a red flag?
That's a red flag for me. Taking
the
food
leftovers
on your first date. On your first date with someone, leave the food.
What?
Leave the food.
I have to agree.
All right.
Of course you
But
would.
who wanted to
Lonely.
take the food? You or her?
We both didn't want it to go to waste. So I was like,
Facts.
do you want it? And she was like, no. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll take it. So I took it. There were two separate packages, right?
Lauren, can you tell us why taking the food is
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
an ick?
It has something to do for me, like financially. I think that leftovers, when you take leftovers, it's when you're like in a relationship. As a first date, you just eat whatever you want. And if there's leftovers, you can leave them there and then you can go your separate ways.
What are they talking about? So now everyone's trying to break down everything to like this science of red flags. But if you're telling me if we go on a first date and there's leftovers, one of us taking it back is a red flag due to financial, this feels like it's some chick like is giving broke. We're out eating. I'm not broke, but I don't want it to go to waste. I don't know about y'all, but for me, my mom used to always tell me like on a regular, like, yo, you should finish everything on your plate because somewhere there's some people with nothing to eat. You know, something like that along them lines. So, you know, I either finish my food or I'm taking it home with me, especially from a restaurant. But what's wrong with taking some food back, heating it up later and just eating it? Like, I feel like everything is like broken down into these categories of yay or nay. Like, it's so stupid. And this is again another reason why dating is because you got chicks like this trying to give advice to single women, and the ones that listen are stupid. Because if y'all on a date, y'all on the same page, it's like, yo, and the dude said, you know, I'm asking her first, hey, do you want to take it home? Like, he gives the courtesy to the woman, hey, if you want to take it home, cool. But if you're not, I don't want it to go to waste. Y'all can eat that later. The fact that these rules are even out there just show why dating is at its worst it's ever been.
I'm not falling for that propaganda of feminizing the black man. Like, I'm not, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I feel like agendas get pushed onto our community the hardest because they try to limit us. Because they know that they're going to become the minority really soon. I'm not falling for that propaganda. I'm not feminizing my black men. I'm not doing it. I'm not pushing that. Nothing. Like, yeah, be who you are. But no. We shouldn't be pushing that on our black men and feminizing them. They are strong black men. That's what they are. No, we're not pushing that over here. No.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, you listen to the lady on the Kendra G show, and she was talking about, well, you know, I need a man to make, I can't even remember what the minimum was. Kendra's like, that's like $1 million in Alabama, right? Yeah, but I want a luxurious lifestyle. Exactly. So, like I just said, none of the coaching in the world is going to put these modern women where they need to be. These modern women, they don't need a gym. The gym is not their problem. A lot of them are fit. You know, they go and you know, they have a balanced lifestyle outside of dating. Their lifestyle is balanced. But when you get into dating, that's when their expectations come. Now the jokes come around. Modern women who don't look the part. They might be a little bit bigger, or there was one woman on the Whatever podcast. She was talking about, I like my man to be fit. And Brian is looking at her like, you're like 600 pounds. What are you talking about? Yeah, you know, I know how I look, but that's my requirements, is a man that's fit. Those are where the jokes come in. But for women that take care of themselves, they don't have a problem taking care of themselves. They do the resets on Sunday, where they go to church, they read the Bible, the whole house is clean, they cooking dinner, they take the dog out to wash the dog, they go meet with friends. For these ladies are up at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning having brunch on a Sunday. They go to church at 10:30 shortly, or maybe 11, 12. Shortly after that, they be in church for about an hour and a half. And then they back at home doing whatever reset, watching a TV show, and they be ready for Monday. So they got all that part down. It's just when they come to, you know, being in a relationship, they all of a sudden think can't nobody tell them anything. I deserve this and I'm not going to settle. And if somebody tries to talk me out of it, I'm going to talk crazy to them. They need an attitude adjustment.